May all groups of beings in all realms of existence, humans and non-humans, who have had karma of hurting and harming towards the graces, religions, the triple gem, and among one another without realizing the outcome or with intentions. This could be derived from causes of the past karma of obstructing and intruding towards the graces, religion, the triple gem, living places, monastic places of the ordained, no matter for how many periods of time, knowing or not knowing, realizing or not realizing. Karma of obstructing the living, obstructing the construction of temples, and destroying temples and religion. Whatever obstacles there have been to help samsara through the enlightenment, through ending for the beings, may all cases and all types of karma, knowing or not, mentioning or not, from the past Buddha eras or eons of the Buddha times, may everything be forgiven. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. And may all cases of karma that create the woeful realms of the hungry goats, demons, animals, and hell beings be forgiven. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. All karma of all realms of existence, from the highest, medium, through the lowest ones, related to karma overlaying the body and mind elements, karma overlaying dhamma, karma overlaying looking, knowing, thinking, feelings, and emotions, karma overlaying shapes, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches, karma overlaying mental elements, the temporary made up and the assumed. May all cases and all types of karma be forgiven. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. Karma of having war, killing one another, and all quarrels and conflicts within this physical world and samsara, whether it is from opinions or verbal, or quarrels and conflicts through actions of killings, hurting and harming, separating from one another, creating wars among one another, seizing and ruling, no matter what it is, and with the vengeance that overpowering. May all cases and all types of karma be forgiven. Ahosi, ahosi, ahosi. May we also declare removal and cancellation of all vengeance, revenges, all the harbor thoughts to get back to someone, to the opposite parties. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and fixation and expectations in all types of relationships with fathers, mothers, sons and daughters, husbands and wives, ancestors, friends, enemies, those kind supporters, siblings, relatives, societies, families, countries, homelands, nations, global relationships, and the relationships amongst the galaxies and the endless universes. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations and fixation to all types of practices that is backed up by the belief values given to all concepts, ideas about enlightenment, about nirvana, about liberation of sufferings, about lifestyles, about treasures, values, valuable things, invaluable things, and things that have no values. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and expectations and fixation to all practices, all concepts, ideas, opinions, and meanings in anything, all values given to anything whatsoever. These conditions oneself, making oneself being upright and committed, not liberating, not helping one another to liberate with the liberation from all conditions of the mind. These are the assumed up without self-purification. These are the fixation to the assumed up and lost in the assuming. Samsara is continuing in such assumed and lost in giving values to all the assumed, being misleading by one's own assumed up things. No matter what it is, worldly or spiritual. We would like to declare removal and cancellation of all of this from now on and forever. Including all types of delaying, in all types of giving value to rituals, traditions, customs, all they assume up, and misleading one another to be upright and conditioned and committed to it, no matter what it is, what types of rituals, ceremonies, customs, traditions, by any nations, any clans and tribes. These are not liberating, always conditioning to the mind of everyone. Endless desire, delusion, and delusive attachment that is backed up with all that concepts and belief values, and opinions and meanings given to all those values given. Including all the values given to all types of practices. Whether it is to liberate from suffering or it is to enable to live in harmony among one another. Let's declare removal and cancellation of all deluded desires and the delusion within the ideas about goodness, badness, neutrality, equanimity, harmony, disharmony, patience, impatience, loving, hatred, like, dislike, letting go, not letting go, nice, not nice, all dualities to be removed and cancelled from now on. These are the conditions. Conditioning oneself for the sake of oneself, for the sake of one's own liberation, which is not at all existing. Everything is from that which is not about liberating or not. Liberating from the liberation itself, from the idea of the liberation itself. We are in the samsara of dualities, circling in this obligation, swimming in the oceans of dualities on and on endlessly, finding nowhere, no shores to go on. Because the practice in the world, whether it is mundane or spiritual, is too far. It's already gone further than the true essence. And because it is blocked by all the karma, the past karma, that's why we need to ahosi. Otherwise, the blockage of karma will block the truth, the noble truth. That's why forgiveness statements has to be used daily in order to unlock all types of karma, whether it is the karma with the graces, with the ordained, among one another, with the fully enlightened ones, is from the past karma. And when it is with the graces, with the higher beings, the payback is too many eons of times. And no one realizes this. So those who come across with the true essence and realizing the past karma that is blocking and offered by the forgiveness statements and deprogramming, they are given the great blessed fortune, big time. So follow it and use it. Listen. Try not to use your opinions and meanings, because opinions and meanings has been used, and that is the karma itself. That's the war that happened at the moment in the world. It's from the opinions and meanings, and behind that is from the desire, delusion, and delusive attachment to opinions and meanings, and giving values and labeling. Can anyone realize this? Be awakened to this truth. War is not because of the people out there. Is within oneself, from one's own desire, delusive attachment to opinions. Myself, 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 my country, my family, my homeland, my earth, my galaxy. How far you want to go? It's still limited, still narrow. You are thinking only about your life and your purpose of life. That is the endless urge, endless desire, endless cravings. That's samsara. Open up and awaken out to the true essence, that everything is from that which has nothing to do with anything at all. Has nothing to do with any conditions, has nothing to do with any belief values, opinions and meanings. Awaken out of even the awakening itself. beyond your attempt to be patient or not. Because there is still someone there. The egotistic self standing there trying to be patient. Open up, enable to give out something that is ungraspable, something that is unattachable. Not trying to control situations and things by using your power to be patient or not, to letting go or not, to disengage or not, to put down or not. Because that is still having an egotistic self standing right there, sitting right there, in its sinking state, in stillness, in difference, in equanimity, in blissful state. What kind of egotistic self right there? Everything is from that, which has nothing to do with any states of mind. Having mind or no mind, empty or not, being enlightened or not, being deluded or not, having defilement or not. Wake up. Let's wake up. Enable to give out that which is ungraspable. And everyone has this essence. It is the infinite force. It is the assumed up of the great compassion. So long as samsara still exists. Don't be entangled in the idea of myself, my feelings, my emotions, my truth. Even so. That's how much power of control and that is war itself. Step back towards everything is from that which has nothing to do with involvement or non-involvement. Step back from the stepping back itself. Shine through everything.